So I'm going to talk about James Callender. Fun. Anyway, he died. Of course. Yeah. Anyway, he died, and people said he died because he fell into a river and then he drowned. Of course. So basically there was a conspiration about him being killed by Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, or John Adams, which is founding father, in case you didn't know. So basically, a long time ago, James Callender exposed Alexander Hamilton's affair with a woman called Maria Reynolds. And basically, I don't have to talk about that too much because that would be such a long video. But other than that, basically Alexander hated him to guts for that. So, and a couple of years after that happened, Thomas Jefferson actually asked him to expose something about John Adams because Thomas Jefferson wanted to be president. And that was at that time it was the election, and he was competing against John Adams and Aaron Burr. So, he did. James Callender did make an article about John Adams that totally embarrassed him, but let's not talk about that. So now John Adams also hated him to guts. So basically James Callender was in prison. I forgot why, but maybe I don't have to talk about that. But basically Thomas Jefferson freed him, and he asked for a position. But Thomas Jefferson was like, no, you know what? I don't want to do that. So he basically was like, I just got out of prison. No one is going to hire me. So I'm going to expose Thomas Jefferson. So basically he exposed Thomas Jefferson's affair with a woman, with his slaves called Sally Hemings. And people were like, oh my God. And then he was like, okay, now I embarrassed him, but I still didn't have a job. And he basically go broke, and he becomes alcoholic, and he drinks a lot. And one day, people said he just fall from a bridge in, I don't know, I forgot which river, but he basically drowned to death. And the conspiration was that either Alexander Hamilton, John Adams, or Thomas Jefferson killed him. There.